actually play aggressively for the win here. I think that he's satisfied with actually securing a draw, because that puts Duda in a must-win situation, and that's very, very difficult. So there we see Magnus opening with his king's pawn, and I'm very excited now, because this is the Caro-Kann, and this is my favorite opening on the planet. I play it on a regular basis, and I look forward to seeing how Magnus treats the position as white, and also how Duda handles Magnus's ideas.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. This is kind of a mirror of the game that ended Magnus Carlsen's 125-game unbeaten streak, because in that matchup, Magnus Carlsen played the Caro-Kann against Duda, and this time it's roles reversed.
So maybe Duda, who is not a regular Caro-Kann player, might not know exactly how to treat this position.
Yeah, and I must admit, I've played some kind of informal blitz games with Magnus, and he used this one against me quite a lot when he had white. Anytime I played the Caro-Kann, he would use this setup to try and neutralize me. So clearly Magnus likes these positions, as you mentioned there, Jovanka. Trading a set of pawns in the center for black would have just ended in a queen trade, and because of the match situation, that was only going to help Magnus if the queens disappear. He's not going to lose this game. He's just too good in those endgames, Magnus. So Duda, instead of releasing the tension, trading pawns in the center, as we mentioned, he's just pushing a pawn himself, and that's to create a fianchetto option, possibility for his bishop. The black bishop coming out to a long diagonal soon. Meanwhile, Magnus, okay, trading a set of pawns in the center. This is really uncommon.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to ask you.
You look shocked, Jovanka.
I am totally shocked, because it really doesn't fit in with what I know about this position. I was expecting the white knight maybe to come and develop itself to the d2 square. That's just losing time. And interesting, did he do this to you?
Nope.
By any time?
And wow, Duda coming up with, surprised on every move, but Duda coming up with something quite creative.
And, okay, are we going to see it?
Yeah, the problem is I think you can safely take this pawn in the next move, no matter where white goes.
Yeah, because
Now
there's going to be a check.
There's always going to be a check. Knights are so tricky. That white pawn now is going to drop. Black's knight can simply feast on it on the g2 square, attacking the white rook. Okay, instead, Duda offers a trade of rooks.
Yeah.
If the rooks disappear, Black's knight is simply going to gobble up that pawn and win the game. And he understands where the kings belong.
So Magnus will not, he does not want to trade off the rooks.
He has to run away, he has to keep his pawn. Black's king could also start just meandering across towards the white pawns just to stop them ever advancing. Too much choice. Black could also give a check with his rook. Actually, maybe that's just very strong, giving a check with the black rook now. White's king, no matter where it goes, the black knight can jump in. Black can even be a bit flashy and think about giving up his rook. Got to be a bit careful, but jumping in with the knight is
And we're
safe.
seeing exactly that. And
Now just go and capture a pawn. Looks very safe.
And,
All the pawns dropping.
White can't even get enthusiastic and try to say, hey, I'm going to pin your knight, because the knight can just take a step backwards. And Magnus trying this trick, but the knight steps back, rook is protected, and suddenly, it's the knight is easily going to hold off White's outside pass pawn. Meanwhile, it is going to be the pawn on g3. It's going to win the game for Duda, and it's going to be a big comeback.
Wow.
Just when it seemed like Magnus had banked it, actually, he was playing a great game, and then it got wild, and Magnus was the one that blundered last.
Was he too confident at some point there, Magnus?
I think so, and for the first time really in this whole match yesterday and today, Magnus was quite low on time in a wild position. It's that key word, wild. Wild favours Duda. If it's a control position, just manoeuvring, slow, steady, that favours Magnus. Okay, here we go. Duda's king just making its move over to this left side to stop White's pawn. And as Jan mentions, Black's knight eventually is going to go back the other way towards the right side of the board and pick off the remaining white pawns there. Once Duda has dealt with this left side of the board, that one remaining hope. And he doesn't even do that. He just steps forward with the black king. And oh wow, actually Magnus doesn't even try to save this game. He resigns in a hopeless endgame.
Yeah.